Hello there, I'm your poor person guide, and today I'll be showing you the most money efficient way to travel to Japan for 2 weeks. First is the plane tickets. Since you're poor as fuck, you'll want to schedule those plane tickets way ahead of time. Now, the best time to travel to Japan is generally the spring or the fall, since it's not too hot and not too cold. So, if you were to book way ahead of time, a round trip ticket for a 2 week trip to Japan is going to cost you around $1,000 if you live on the East Coast. Tickets could be cheaper in the summer or the winter, but that really depends on if you're an M and want to spend 2 weeks of vacation suffering terrible weather. So let's just say a safe bet for flights would be around $1,000. Now, the next thing you want to think about is housing. If you're planning on being extremely cheap, you can try sleeping on the street or in a car like a homeless person, and boy, that would save you so much money. But I assume you want to have a roof above your head, so the next best thing is a hostel. And there's actually this nice ass hostel that only costs $20 a day. Yes, you heard that right, you poor exploited Americans. $20 a day. Of course, the hostel comes with downsides such as living with random ass people you don't know. And if you're an introvert, you definitely won't have any bit of privacy. But then again, you're poor, so beggars can't really be choosers. So deal with it. Just kidding, introverts. Don't leave just yet. If you really want that privacy, the next best option would be these capsule hotels. For just $30 a day, you can rent some comfy little private recharge pods and not have to talk to anyone. Calculating that for 14 days, and you get a grand total of $280 for the hostel and $420 for the capsule hotel.
Smoke weed every day.
Now that you're all settled in, let's talk about the food. You're in Japan, so here's the viral foods you must try. First things first, you gotta stop by and get some tonkatsu ramen at Ichiran. I mean, you're in Japan, bro. You gotta get that freaking ramen. Next, you should definitely get that omu rice from Kichi Kichi Omu Rice. I know you've seen this guy before, so it'd be a shame to leave Japan without seeing him cut open your eggs.
Yeah, boy.
Other viral attractions to try are the beef cutlets at Gyukatsu Motomura, carbonara udon at Menchirashi, or the gigantic onigiri at Onigiri Bongo. So let's say $20 each is a good estimate for the food. Once you're done with the viral foods for your Insta, other must-eat foods to have in Japan are the konbini egg sandwich, sushi, which is a given, fluffy pancakes, katsudon, mochi, candied fruit, and don't forget to visit the Japanese McDonald's to at least see the difference in food quality compared to America. Now, once you're done eating all this shit, you'll have to scrape by with just going to the local convenience store and supplementing the rest of your meals with cup ramen and other cheap shit. That will allow you to bring your average price of food per day to be about $20, and for 14 days, that will leave a grand total of $280 for food. Next is transportation. Don't buy the JR Pass because man, that shit is overrated as fuck and not worth it for $325 for just 7 days. We both know you can't afford that, so to get around the city, use public transportation, which costs about $3 a trip. For long trips like Tokyo to Kyoto, you can book the Shinkansen, which would only cost about 170 bucks for a round trip. So let's say for transportation, a safe total would be about 250 bucks. Last but definitely not least are the attractions. So I'm going to give you the ones that are the most bang for your buck, where you can take some nice pictures and videos and pretend you're not poor to the rest of your poor friends.
Wow.
For Tokyo, free attractions you can visit are Shinjuku National Gardens, Sensoju Temple, and Mount Fuji. You can also check out the Shibuya Scramble Crossing and see the place where shit went down. JGK fans, if you know, you know. If you're walking around at night, you can happen on a chance to see this fine specimen and a whole variety of other human deplority.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
On the other hand, paid attractions in Tokyo you can check out are Team Lap Planets, which will run you about $27, go karting in Shibuya, which costs about $60, and the Tokyo Tower, which is about $10. For the Kyoto Osaka area, free attractions you can visit are the Fushimi Shrine and the Kinkakuji Temple. You can also visit the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest and relive all those anime bamboo fights. But I heard this might be a bit mid, so you can put this in a low priority. Other places you can visit are the Dononbiri district and the TikTok famous Nara Park, where you can spend all day feeding all the cute deer you want. For the paid attractions in the Kyoto Osaka area, you can chillax at a public onsen for $10 or check out the Nintendo Museum, which will cost about $21. With the rest of your life savings, you can also go to Universal Studios Japan and revisit all the favorite parts of your childhood for about $56. Put that all together, and the total for the attractions will probably be about $200.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Putting together all the total costs of the trip, and you'll get $1,000 for flights, $300 for lodging, $300 for food, $200 for transportation, and $200 for attractions. That'll lead you to a grand total of about $2,000 for the whole trip.
Wow.
But before you go, here are some money grubbing tips to save you a couple bucks here and there. 1. Get a SIM card in advance to save money from buying there directly. 2. Make sure you don't donate to fake monks. You're too poor to be charitable. 3. Go to local supermarkets instead of convenience store chains like 7-Eleven. Places you can go to are My Basket, Gyoma Suggests, and OK Store. 4. Purchase tickets ahead of time online to save money. And 5. Don't convert at an airport or hotel. Use local banks or an ATM instead. And that's all, folks. If you have any other suggestions, leave them down in the comments to help your fellow poor people out. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Or don't if you're broke.